So welcome from Focus Gaming News from the media booth here at SiGMA Europe 2023 to Dan
here.
Stone, who's the marketing director
Yep.
of Sportingtech.
Good to be here. Thank
Great
you.
to have you here. I hear you've been having a good SiGMA so far.
I mean, yeah, it's been fantastic so far. We haven't actually exhibited here before. Thought we'd come check it out, scope it out. In the process, we've picked up 2 awards, which is just incredible, including B2B, which my man Phil, just out of shot stalking us over there, was behind the whole thing. So kudos to the team there. It's been great.
It's been a great SiGMA for you already,
It has,
and we're only halfway through.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I promised you,
More to
listen,
come.
Dan, and more to come. Well, I promised you that I was going to grill you, and I want to grill you because when I was stalking you guys and researching you,
Yep.
I came across a statement saying Sportingtech provides gaming operators around the world with the very best turnkey solutions available. Now, this is a bold statement.
It is.
So quantify that. Justify yourself, Dan. Why are you better than everybody else?
Look, it is bold, but we take a quite a weird view on marketing, actually. I've worked for other places before, and I know certainly other people in the industry and things. And a lot of it's about image and perception and just you saying whatever you need to say to build your image and get the sales, right? With us, like the whole ethos internally is no, let's do things properly. Let's make sure we invest in the tech of the platform and everything and the structure that goes behind that. And the people are really, really key for us. They're hand-picked. So even my man Phil over there, hand-picked based on experience. And the care, it sounds a bit wishy-washy, I appreciate, but everyone actually cares 100% about the customer, and more so the customer's customer. So if they're happy, our customers are happy, and it's all good for everyone, basically. The platform itself is, I mean, let's be very, very frank here. Platforms in general are almost like a Me Too product. They're quite similar across the board. So where we stand out is the investment in the features and the tech and stability. That's really important for us. Obviously, you can have the best. You can have a wealth of all the best games and across sportsbook as well, and have that integration. We do omni-channel, of course, with retail. But if it's not stable, there's no point. You know, we need that trust. Our customers need trust in us, and a lot of that comes down to the people, which is what stands us out in the industry.
Okay, you just mentioned stability there. And of course, absolutely, as you said, you can have the best darn games in the world, but if they crash, if your platform goes down, it's
exactly.
a disaster.
Yeah.
So I promised you I'd grill you.
Yeah, please do, yeah.
What do you guys do to prevent that happening? Because the reason I ask that is because the world is changing and the industry is changing so much. And I've heard emerging tech, innovation being mentioned over and over again here at SiGMA Europe 2023. Yeah. But with that comes risk.
Yes. Well, I'll pick up the innovation term you just used as well, because again, from a marketing perspective, selfishly, it's all these buzzwords, innovation, unique, all that kind of stuff. Anyone can throw those words out there. I'm going to use it anyway. We are quite innovative in what we do. We don't like to sit still. Michael Jack joined us fairly recently. He's not too new anymore. CTO, and he's been an absolute sensation for us. He's kind of picking things apart in the background, saying, "Look, this is good, but why don't we do this instead?" So he's almost revolutionising our background there, and which is where the reinvestment has come from. So we're plowing a lot into that side of things. The business understands that. You know, we could, best will in the world, we've got a great sales team. We could get tier ones, new, huge international brands on board, but we understand as a collective that you have to service that properly. So it needs that investment from our side, and the company's not afraid to do that. They're not stupid, the people at the top, and they go, look, if we need to do this for the better of our customers, then let's just do it. So there's a lot of change happening in the background, and actually there's more risk in that as well. You mentioned the whole risk about the uptime. So there's risk inherently in change, especially when it's tech involved, right? So that's factored in as well. This guy's thought about everything. So, and we're building team members there as well. So it's, everyone could say the future's bright, but it really is for us. It's an exciting time.
I love the fact you said that the people at the top are not stupid. I think I'm going to make sure that they see this and hear that from you, Dan. That's a lovely thing to say. Not stupid.
It should be the case everywhere, but it's not. So it's a great place to work.
I'm nearly there. I'm nearly convinced. You're doing a good job on me. But
Good.
Coming back to this thing of risk and innovation and emerging tech, are there things that you at your company at Sportingtech will not touch? Are there things that you're saying, actually, you know what, we know where we're at, or are you just going out and absorbing everything?
It's a good question. I'm not sure there's anything we wouldn't at least consider. Priority-wise, as I say, it's the core, right? We're looking at adding and developing new features all the time, but in a sensible way. We don't want to rush anything. It's got to be spot on. So we're constantly reviewing things in the background. I keep going on about the people again. But the people are really important for us. And I keep banging on about it. So you're going to get bored of me.
You're going to be the most popular person in the office when this comes out. So they're going to be like, Dan says we're amazing. That's it.
It's true. I mean,
love that.
Personally, I've worked in different businesses during my time, not just gaming. And there's always been a kind of imbalance. My personal experience, you either got people who are great at what they do, fantastic experts, but there's just a slight disconnect. It's a bit dry, right?
Yeah.
Or vice versa. With here, you've got that perfect mix. So you've got people who know their stuff inside out. As I say, the cherry picks people, and they're also a good laugh, and they know how to let their hair down when they need to, and they care about everyone. People chip in when they need to, and that kind of extends again to customers, right? So if someone's got a problem, then multiple people jump on it and say, look, let's sort this out for the good of the company.
That is perfect formula. Now, here I've been sitting down talking to a lot of people at SiGMA Europe 23, and a lot of people have been talking about innovation, which we touched on. They've been talking about products and product offerings, and they talk about regions and territories and areas that they're going into, markets they're going into. What is the focus for you guys at Sportingtech? Where do you focus your energies when it comes to markets?
Yeah, so we're heavily invested in LATAM, in the LATAM space.
That's the buzzword this year.
I know, again, but it's true. We've got a great team there as well.
But why LATAM? I mean, I'm going to grill you. I told you. But why LATAM? Why are you saying, okay, that's where it's happening?
The potential, basically. I mean, there are other huge potential markets. So it looks like Asia, for example. But LATAM is where we have. We already have a lot of experience. We're number one provider in LATAM already at the moment. We'd love to extend that to Brazil when that starts moving. Obviously, as well as I do, Brazil's been kind of a bit of a roller coaster for a number of years, but something feels different this time. Something feels like it's actually going to come through. Now, whether or not it includes the casino side is debatable. Obviously, they've just recently removed that, making some amendments. So we have teams dedicated to keeping their eye on the ball in that respect. So we already have the grounding to make that work for our customers and for potential customers when that takes off. I'll say when, not if. Optimism.
Well, it is the buzzword.
It is.
Dan,
it is.
the buzz. Everybody here at SiGMA has been talking about Brazil, not just LATAM, but also Brazil.
Yes.
So obviously it's the gold rush. Everybody's got their eye on it, and they're going to be heading in there as soon as they can.
Yes. Yeah. It is. Yeah. So that presents its own risks. Obviously, competition. We're very aware of that. But the other thing is we're not saying just Brazil. A lot of people seem to be going that way. They're saying Brazil or nothing. It's that's where it is. Well, I mean, the potential is huge, obviously. Certainly when you look at the population and the amounts involved. But looking at Chile and Peru as well, equally as exciting. You know, if you think about people get caught up in stats and percentages and say, yeah, well, it's a drop in the ocean compared to something like Brazil, but not in their own sphere. Huge markets there still. So we're not just concentrating on Brazil. Obviously that would be fantastic, and we're still invested heavily in that. But Chile and Peru on our radar as well as Mexico too.
Well, I'm so excited for you. And before we talk about what else is going to come up in 2024, because obviously you saying about citing LATAM, Brazil, etc., I want to just recap, because SiGMA Europe 23, always SiGMA sits at the end of a year. And you've just mentioned, you've come here, you've walked away with 2 awards. Congratulations on that, which indicates that obviously 23 was a good year for Sportingtech. Just in a kind of a bit of a summary, in a nutshell, what has been the highlights for you guys for this past year? Whoa!
Wow. I don't want to be too cheesy, but there have been loads of highlights.
You can be as cheesy as you like. Be camembert for me.
The 2 awards I mentioned before, that's just cherry on top. We've won loads this year. That sounds very arrogant, but it's a very exciting time for us. You know, it feels like the efforts that have been going on in the background for some time are starting to make themselves clear to the industry and our peers, which is fantastic. And I'm going to go full brie, if you don't mind.
You have it.
It's the people.
No, that's Stilton. You're going down the cheesy Stilton route.
It's really Stilton. Like Bishop's Finger kind of stuff. But no, it really is. Like, if you don't have the right people, then you know you're onto a loser. You know, you might as well just stop. As far as I'm concerned, you know, we've had changes internally. We've invested in teams. We've got a couple of great new people joined the marketing team recently. Selfishly, so that's obviously a big thing for me. And 2024 looks to be just going better and better. So
Dan, I'm loving talking to you, because you keep mentioning the teams, you keep mentioning the people that you work with and crediting them with the success, and really that is how good businesses work. Absolutely. I'm not going to let you get away with just 24 is going to be even better. Tell me what's on the radar. I told you, I'm going to give you a hard time, but what's on the radar?
I'm going to do a Rishi Sunak. I'm not going to fire anyone, but look. It's, as I said before, it's a very competitive market, obviously. It's very close as well. So I'm not going to say what new exciting features we've got planned, but we do have some good ones, some very good ones. And I've got a great marketing team. So you'll know all about them as soon as we launch. Pretty
sure I will. Just talking to you, Dan, I think maybe I'm convinced that statement is well deserved, and I wish you all the very, very best for 2024.
Thank you very much. Pleasure talking with you.
You too.